And it's not just before the like after accident that I was fucked. I was fucked also before the accident because, well, first of all, I grew up in this society where everybody victimized themselves, and I was doing the same. I would blame all the world for all the things. And then when I got like lupus and I got very sick, and I was 18 years old, and I couldn't even walk anymore because my joints around the body was inflamed. And I would, like you said, I would just go around and say, I have this disease and I cannot be cured, you know? And yeah, well, and then after the accident, things just get worse, and I just kind of tried to make peace with it, but it's hard to make peace.
And you
And
injured
it's
your
been
head.
like,
You injured your head, right? You fell on your head and got a
yeah,
brain
I
injury.
hit my head pretty strong, and it's been 6 years since I was suffering from, like, I couldn't understand what people say. Like, I hit this part of the brain, as doctor explained me, that where your brain makes sense from the words to what they actually mean. I could hear words, but I couldn't understand the meaning. Or I would want to say something, but I couldn't find a word for it. I know what they want to say, but my linguistic part wasn't functioning well. And I've been like this, and many, many more symptoms like amnesia and short-term memory loss. For 6 years I was like this. And it's just impressive that in like a few days, when we started working on November
20th.
20,
Yeah,
20.
2023. Yeah.
And now it's like November 28th or something.
It's November. Yeah, 29th, 30th today.
30th, whatever.
Yeah.
It's so gone, and I'm getting job, and I'm happy, and this dissolving thing you teach me, which it's impressive. Like, I don't feel pain, I don't feel anger, and even my menstrual pain is gone, and I've been suffering all my fucking life from intense menstrual pain, and it's gone, and it's like, what? You know, it's still hard to believe, but there it is. You cannot just not believe it because you experience it. And I'm like full of emotions, and I don't find words for it either, but it's a miracle of my life. I didn't think I will survive till 30 years old, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I didn't want to live like I was because it was impossible. Society wouldn't accept me the way I was. It was like this vegetable, you know, that nobody wanted to talk to. But it was still me, alive me, with my needs, and nobody wanted me, and I didn't know how to get out of that vegetable state. And this thing you teach me and you train me, it's just like, it's a miracle of my life, you know.
Yeah.
It truly is a miracle of my life.
And today I was showing you how to dissolve on. You've had an issue with your brother for your whole
For
life.
all my life, yes. Because when I was born, he was already there,
Yeah.
and he already hated me. So I was like all my life with this.
Yeah.
And now I even feel like I could call and talk to him, you know. And I didn't imagine doing it for all my life. I left my house actually when I was a kid. When I was 16, I left my house because of him, because it was impossible to live with him
Right.
in the same spot. And now I feel like I could talk to him, and wow.
And that took like what, an hour dissolving?
Yeah, something like this. How much were we sitting here?
About an hour.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it
So
is.
how do you feel about your brother now? For really?
I feel like, yeah, he exists, but he's not bothering me anymore. I feel sorry for him because I understand that he's now alcoholic full time, and he is like only 3 years older than me. He's 33 years old. He ain't got a job. He ain't got anyone. Sadly to say, even my mother ran away from him because he took himself so down. I'm really sorry for that. I know that maybe deep down he's a good person, but he lost his ways. But I don't feel angry with him or resentment anymore.
And an hour ago you did?
Yes, yeah, man, it's something else. I don't know what it is, but it's impressive. It's amazing. Yeah. You're like, I wouldn't call you a guru because guru now it's a very misinterpreted word,
Yeah.
misunderstood and covered with a lot of shit. But you just found this thing that it's liberating and it's so easy and you don't need to go to like therapy for years and you don't need to like do yoga or meditation for hours and go to the mountains and self-isolate because you already did it and you already found a way. You already like. Do you remember how I was down just
Yeah.
a few days ago?
Yeah.
And wow, I feel like all that weight inside my body, it's just gone. I feel like I can do things and I want to do them. And I don't want, you remember I told you like, since my accident, I was crying every fucking day of my life. I constantly felt like I want to cry and I don't know why. And I don't know what to do about it. And I don't know when to cry now. This
You
is
just want to do stuff.
I just want to do things and I do them happily and it's not hard anymore.
Nice.
Because since I hit my head, everything was hard. Everything. It was hard living and existing. It was hard like walking straight. It was hard walking down the stairs. I was afraid of stairs because I would fall many times. It was hard anything. It was so hard to talk to people because I wouldn't understand them. And I would see how they would turn away from me and it was so hard being in isolation. And now I just found like 2 good clients. One of them is now constant and we're working so good together and we're happy with each other and that doesn't happen anymore. And it's just life changing, you know.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just thank you, you know, thank you. You just
Yeah.
showed me a way how to get out of the pit I was living in.
Yeah, the brain integration exercise it restores the brain. Like you had a brain injury and you during these
It's
exercises.
amazing.
Yeah. Like you healed your brain.
Nobody. I went to so many doctors. I was searching the internet. I don't know. I was asking God and praying. Nobody would tell me. Well, maybe it is the answer from God that I met you and you teach me this because when I went to doctors, everybody would say, well, we don't know what to do about it. There's nothing to do. Brain shock cannot be cured. It can improve, but nobody knows how to cure it. And there you go home from the doctor where you left a lot of money, you worked so hard for, and you don't get a solution. And you just think that you're fucked for life, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I thought, but now I'm not fucked anymore. Like, what?
It took-
What just happened?
Like you had intense anxiety for 6
I
years.
told my
yeah?
mother, I told some of my best friends, they didn't believe me. But they were like, yeah, you seem different, you sound different, but I don't think they believe me.
No.
But maybe one day.
Oh yeah. 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 Yeah, I got hit by a car when I was 9 years old, doing 45 mile an hour, and I had a brain injury. I didn't know I had a brain injury, but I would stagger when I walked, and reading and writing was so difficult. And in 2008, I stumbled onto something, and within a month and a half, I cured my brain injury. And I'm not clumsy or stumbly anymore, and
You're definitely not.
no. And so, when I met you, I could tell that, you got your brain rattled. And so I just thought, well, let's show this girl how to do this. And you were telling me you had intense anxiety for 6 years, and within 2 or 3 days, you said it lifted.
Not for 6 years. I had intense anxiety of all my fucking life.
Oh.
Because I was born in such a environment where people would hate each other. I didn't have a loving family, so I would have anxiety since I was very, very little. I would be in all this environment where everybody is constantly screaming at each other instead of talking normally.
Right.
I've been in anxiety, and then I started doing these brain exercises, which are unusual, but they work. And in 3 days, like you said, in 3 days, I haven't had it since.
You haven't had anxiety for over a month now.
I don't need to take CBD or calming things anymore.
Beautiful.
I don't need to do yoga to calm myself anymore. I just don't have it just like that. Yeah. I don't even know what it is. to call it. I have a lot of emotions, but I'm trying to hold them on to not be weird, you know,
Yeah.
because otherwise I would just jump like a butterfly and scream and tell everybody, hey, there is a way to be happy, there is a way to be without pain. Hey, people, you can live without anxiety. There is a cure, and it's not what you think it is. But I know if I'll do that, nobody will believe me.
Yeah.
There we are. But I'm so happy for a salvation of my own life, you know, and I'm so grateful that the life brought me to you and I get to know you and that you were willing to share this knowledge with me. Like real. Thank you.
Thank you.